Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to my new video, which will discuss the pros and cons of working from home. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Suzanne. I'm an English teacher from Ireland, based in Segovia in Spain, and I help students pass the Escuela Oficial de Idiomas exam for B2 and C1 level. So, we're going to look at a topic, temas. There are many topics that can come up in your exam. And often my students tell me that they have problems thinking of ideas. One thing is the English, and the other thing is coming up with ideas. So I'm going to help you out with this topic today. So pros and cons, you need to start making lists according to the topics. Pros and cons of working from home. Pros and cons of learning music in school, pros and cons of learning English. Are there any cons? I don't know. Pros and cons of public transport, pros and cons of school uniforms, etc., etc. And my advice to you is to start thinking about your opinion about these topics and making lists of pros and cons. So let's look at the pros of working from home. We've got 5 with some nice vocabulary as well. So number 1, you cut down on, so you're using a phrasal verb, you cut down on commuting time. Commuting time is time to travel to your workplace. Cut down on is reduce. Well, in fact, if you work from home all of the time, you eliminate your commuting time because you don't have to commute to work, or it takes you 30 seconds to get from your bedroom to your office or to your sala or wherever you work from at home. But maybe you work 50-50, 50% of the time in the office, 50% of time at home. So you cut down on commuting time. So you reduce your time that you travel to work. You make huge savings on petrol, which is great considering the cost of petrol these days. Tolls are peajes, lunches, etc. So you make huge savings, another advantage of working from home. Number 3, it allows us to have a healthy work-life balance. This is debatable. Some people might agree, some people might disagree, because maybe working from home, we are always connected. But for some people, it has positive benefits. Working from home allows us to have a healthier work-life balance. Number 4, and we saw this during the pandemic, it allows you to move out to the city and to the countryside. So I live in the countryside. All of my students are online. I used to live in Barcelona city. Now I live in a pueblo near Segovia, and I work from home in my little pueblo with 500 people and me, the guiri, but I don't have to live in the city to find work. And number 5, there's increased productivity and better focus. You're not distracted by your colleagues or your boss or going for a 2-hour coffee break, etc. Again, some people might argue the opposite. Let's look in a moment now at the cons of working from home. The big one for most people, I think, is we are social animals and we miss human contact. We are social animals and we miss human contact. You never switch off. Switch off is desconectar. Now, I know in the other one we're saying the opposite, so it depends on your opinion. If you don't agree with something, you can always say, some people might argue that, but I beg to differ. You can feel out of the loop. Loop is like a circle. So out of the loop is fuera del círculo o fuera de donde esté pasando todo. So if you're not in the office, you're out of the loop. You don't see your colleagues regularly. You can get cabin fever. This is a great collocation or expression to talk about, excuse me, the pandemic as well. Cabin fever, fever is fiebre. Cabin is una cabina, like in a ship or on a cruise ship, for example, you're in a small cabin And if you get cabin fever, it means you don't feel good because you're inside the same place the whole time. So sometimes I get cabin fever. So sometimes I go to the library in Segovia or a coffee shop to prepare my classes. Because if not, I'm in the same place by myself at home all of the time, and I can get cabin fever. So I get, I'm not very happy when I'm in the same place, in the same closed space, without going out or seeing anybody else. And last but not least, the fridge is too close. This is my case. If I work from home, I eat more because the fridge is 10 seconds away. Okay? So I hope they were useful for you. If you enjoy these videos, don't forget to subscribe for more. Have a good day.